make some smart decisions very shortly.
Yes.
As I said before, you can't burn $1 million a day absent the resources to bring it in. You can't make your reserve fund go away in the sense of going and spending that. And so therefore, I think Wendy Grew put a letter out yesterday, a couple of days ago, that laid out what her concerns were about the city's salary accounts. And she shows very clearly how spending at the rate we're spending and collecting money at the rate we're collecting are going in opposite directions. And so, again, the best guess is about May next year. If you do nothing, you will end up with no reserve fund and no money.
Can you, if we do indeed face the very real reality of insolvency, my follow-up question is there a contingency plan? And could you give us a picture of how this city will appear, how we will have, what it will be like if we do, in a sense, become insolvent as a city?
Well, first of all, I would hope that we would not allow that to occur. And the way that I think we have to go forward not to allow it to occur, we're going to have to make some very serious choices of how many people you lay off, how many people, things that we never thought about, which other cities have thought about, closing down every Friday or every other Friday or 3 times. That's several $1 million a year to save. These are things that are on the table now that were not discussed or considered. People are saying, well, what's the magic about 10,000 police officers? Can you afford 10 now that you've reached the number? Do you now allow attrition to occur where they lose 300 or 400 a year, you just don't replace them? These are things that are on the table because in reality, when you think about the enormity of the problem, there's roughly 40 departments in the city of LA. You could eliminate about 20 of them right off the bat, just say they don't exist, and you can't fill the budget gap.
That's amazing.
So the issue is you're going to have is people. The thing that perpetuates the issue is people. So you're going to have to cut people, and again, what that's going to impact is a couple of things which we have to be smart about it, is that as you cut people, we've seen this downturn of the economy in the private sector. Well, when you start adding to the downturn by cutting people, they don't buy things, they don't do sales tax, they don't use gas tax, they don't pay their mortgage, you get foreclosures. Foreclosures mean the issue of no property tax. Foreclosures drives the reappraisal of property. All of those cycles start by you not employing 3,000 to 4,000 people. So that cycle is there. Then the other thing the city's got to be smart about, you may have seen an article in I forget what paper, the state found out when they kind of just haphazardly laid people off, that they laid off people that actually were responsible for collecting revenue. And they believe in this fiscal year they may have harmed themselves by $1 billion by not having people there to collect the revenue because they're off, what is it, Wednesdays? Is it Friday? So these are all the things you have to be smart about. And the thing that, I've talked to our CAO staff just this week, I said, I understand the whole issue of everybody's worried about fairness, that you're not having people in the same operation where you're getting furloughed and they're not. But the issue is it's important to know what jobs they do. So if we have people in the Department of Finance, we have people that are in the Controller's office, we have people in the Treasurer's office, and they deal with bringing revenue into the city, they're going to have to be given a different view than maybe the person sitting across the room that is doing something analytical that doesn't bring revenue in. The other issue we're going to be very smart about, the $2.9 billion we get in grants or special funds. There's a view in the city saying, well, those special funds should take the same kind of hit as the general fund layoffs. And you look at that and say, well, that doesn't make a lot of sense because that money's there. Why would we cut general fund positions and give less service to the community and then cut special fund positions and have to send the money back? which means the community's not getting the service, and we're sending the money back. So we have to be smart in how we address it, because it's just not a sledgehammer. You got to go through and tailor-make some of this. But again, the final analysis, it's a large number of people that have to come off the payroll.